All right, hello and welcome everyone, and thanks today for joining us on this live webinar and live stream for Google for Education, talking about our new PD package with our partner EdTech team. I'm just going to flip over to a presentation and wait for some more people to join, and then we'll kick this off. And if you are already watching, if you don't mind, please going to that link at the bottom there and marking your attendance. That will help us stay in touch, and we'll be able to send out the Q&A doc afterwards in case you don't have it handy. Okay, so just to kick it off, we're going to look at a quick overview of the agenda here, which will start with some brief introductions by myself and Kate Petty from the EdTech team. We'll overview the PD package from the Google for Education team, talking about the why and what it's supposed to do for your schools. And then we'll kick it over to the EdTech team, and Kate will overview what EdTech team has specifically tailored for this PD package. And then we'll go over some of the any questions you might have and go through a closing before letting you get back to your days. So thank you once again for taking some time here today. I think everyone's going to be excited to hear what we have to offer. So my name again is Jake Shay. I'm a program manager on the education team at Google. I've been with the team for about 6 months. I've spent the last about 4 years in the EdTech space. And I'm really excited to be talking about this today because part of our role on the education team is to ensure successful PD implementation for schools because I think we all know that without having some proper training and resources, initiatives don't necessarily go as successfully as they might. Now, Kate, again, is from the EdTech team, one of our official and premier PD partners. So, Kate, would you mind just introducing yourself and a little bit about your role at EdTech team?
Yeah, I'm Kate Petty, and I am the Director of Certification Programs with EdTech team, which pretty much means that I'm in charge of their ticketed bootcamp events, which include Google Level 1, Google Certified Educator Level 2, and Google Certified Trainer programs and the bootcamps that go with those.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Kate. So we mentioned that we'd have a Q&A doc. So if you don't mind taking a moment here, just pop into another tab and enter this URL. It is case sensitive. So it's goo.gl/t, uppercase Q, lowercase b, capital A, capital Z, lowercase g. I'll give everyone a minute to just hop on there. And throughout this, if you do have any questions, please just enter them into that left column once you get into the doc. And then at the end, we'll pull it up and address any questions that there might be. Okay, so first let's start talking about the why behind the PD package. Now this number 71%, take a moment and just take a guess on what that relates to as it relates to professional development and training among teachers. Well, the American Federation of Teachers did some research and polled teachers across the country and found that almost 3/4 of all teachers attribute workplace stress to the adoption of new initiatives without proper professional development. Given this statistic, our education teams have collaborated closely together to bring to school and classrooms resources like our newly revamped training center, which is online, new certifications to get teachers trained and certified officially, and our innovator programs that are going across the entire globe, highlighting the most innovative teachers across the entire world. This year, though, we wanted to take it a bit further and develop a program that would kickstart quality PD in training across the districts and help teachers speak the same technology language. Now, before we built out a program, first we wanted to understand and determine what successful PD looks like. Now, in a study across a number of states, 4 specifically being New Jersey, Colorado, Vermont, and Missouri, with above average scores in the national assessments of educational progress. One dominant common strategy was partnering with professional development organizations, i.e. outside professional development orgs. So across those 4 states, they found varied approaches to professional development policy and implementation, including differing levels of support and control at the state level and divergent strategies for monitoring and promoting professional development activity at the local level. But these states shared some common strategies for leveraging professional development access and quality, which included things like having standards to guide accountability, staff collaboration, support, and mentoring, measurement for success, and actually having a truly measurable way to show that PD is successful and that any of the programs that are implemented are successful, and then access to professional development organizations. So we took what we learned from our research and designed the new PD package to encompass all the traits of a successful program. And what we learned was that based on the kind of measurable outcomes and looking for ways to show success, we tied in to this PD program the opportunity to have an expected outcome of 25 level 1 certified educators through the Google Education level 1 training. And this would engage in professional growth and development, increase efficiency and save time, and facilitate and inspire student learning and creativity. Teachers who have obtained the certification have produced significant changes in the classroom because they feel supported, they have the tools they need, and at the end of the day, they're more confident to inspire innovation on things like the SAMR model. So what does this look like? Well, phase 1 includes some strategic planning with the PD partner, EdTechTeam in this case. So we'll kick off some specific goals and planning around the implementation of the program to ensure everyone's aligned and that we know the direction that everything is heading. Phase 2 will incorporate an on-site training, which is a 2-day intensive training around the Google Educator Level 1 certifications. And again, that's where we'll look to get 25 teachers certified so that they can then help inspire and evangelize what they've learned across the entire school and broader district so that more teachers are feeling confident and inspired to move forward. And lastly, in phase 3, there's a post-consultation which will look for ways to uncover opportunities and scale the success across the entire district. Now with that, I'm going to hand it over to Kate to talk specifically about what EdTechTeam has designed for this program. Kate?
Thanks, Jake. So EdTechTeam is really excited to be partnering with Google on this initiative. And it just follows our own vision so carefully that it just falls right into place. You're seeing in the slide that Jake's got there that we have just a few employees, but a whole. Jake, did you want to share your screen?
Oh, I'm sorry, is it not sharing?
I don't think so.
Let me go back.
I can share if you'd like.
Okay, yeah, if you want to share, go for it.
Yeah, sure. So what I was just showing is that we are really excited. We have just a few employees, but we have a whole bunch of contractors. And then when we go into locations and cities around you, we also bring in those local presenters and empower them too. We have that work with us, specifically over 165 contractors, and just 32 of those contractors actually we use for our bootcamp program. Those 32 contractors and consultants that we use are going through a rigorous vetting process in order to do the certification bootcamps and work with teachers around the nation. They not only have to have their level 1, level 2, and Google trainer status, but they also have an interview with an EdTechTeam member, and they also are shadowing another presenter so that they get a really good feel for the program before they are set out and do them on their own. Jake went over just briefly what the PD package looks like, but what EdTechTeam is I just wanted to go a little bit more in detail with what you would see if you work with EdTechTeam specifically. So in that first month, you'll work with me in the first hour, first hangout, where we just kind of talk about the program. I can answer any questions that you might have. And then we go into a second hangout where really we get into a deep dive of what the vision is for your school district and where you want to see your school district in 6 months and a year. With that, we go and we'll send like one of our consultants that I had mentioned out to work for 2 full days with your teachers, and we'll look at it a little bit closer as to what that'll look like on the next slide. And then right after that, what I love about this program is that we've built in the office hours. So once the presenter or a consultant leaves your teachers after those 2 days, they don't just leave and disappear. That consultant will be available for any questions that your teachers might have, whether it's content related or technology related, or just those little things like I can't find my password for the exam type of thing. And if if they go through and they have specific questions about the content, those hangout hours here in months 2 and 5 will be available for your teachers. The teachers will be given a voucher to take the level 1 exam. And those exam strategies, by the way, we'll be going over as part of that 2-day program there at the end, so that they really feel confident that they'll be able to not only go into the test feeling confident, but leaving the test feeling confident as well. And then at the end of the month, actually you get a hangout with my colleague Sergio Villegas to discuss where you want to move in the future, because as part of this package, not only do you get the 25 voucher codes for your teachers that were in the program, but you're also getting 100 more voucher codes. And so you can work with Sergio about what that's going to look like and how maybe best to send those voucher codes out and who you want to send them to. Now, as far as the 2-day program goes, when we're actually face-to-face with the teachers, we've built this program and we've had over 100 boot camps at this point. We've just really iterated on our curriculum, and we do it really well. We do spend the full 2 days, usually from 8:30 to 3:30 with the teachers, and we go over everything that's going to be on the exam. But what I love about our program is that we differentiate for every group and within every group. So once we get to your campus with your teachers, we're going to look at your teachers as a group, but within that group, we always know that there could be a teacher that maybe is still unfamiliar with their login with Google, up to a teacher who is a coach and has been coaching teachers in Google for a long time. And we know that there's this vast, sometimes, discrepancy in ability level with Google. And we've built into our program ways to challenge both types of learners, or both types of ability levels. So we have the beginning levels that really will help those beginner teachers move up, but we also have some ninja style types of things where those more advanced learners are going to be able to be challenged as well, and not be in an element where they feel like it's a waste of their time. We are, that's kind of the program in a nutshell. Like I said, the presenter, as soon as the presenter leaves, that presenter will be available to the teachers for any questions they might have. And there will be some built-in office hours afterwards, so that the teachers, as they're going through the curriculum and as they're taking their review quizzes at the end of each of the units, that if they have any questions that they will be able to be answered and discussed if they'd like to. Jake, I think that's about it on my end. Did you want me to just go through the slides here?
I'll take over from here then.
Okay.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much, Kate.
Sure.
So following up on that, we have some opportunity to look at some questions here. So I'm just actually going to exit this and go into our Q&A doc. I don't see any questions yet, but if you do have any follow-up questions, if you're watching this recording, you can add questions in at any time and just add a comment so that you can tag us. You can see our emails at the bottom here under Stay Connected. You'll note that under Resources, there is a one-page overview of the PD package, which I'll just briefly show you what that looks like. Again, talking about 71% of teachers attribute workplace stress to not having proper PD, and just kind of an overview of what the package looks like. Right below there, you'll see a link to actually sign up for interest within the EdTechTeam's PD package. So go ahead right there. It's a quick form to fill out and express your interest. And then lastly is the research that I was describing earlier, talking about what successful PD programs look like. So please, again, make sure to stay connected with us. And thank you again for taking some time to join. What I'm going to do at the end here, because I realized that the first slides were actually not being shared on my screen, is I'm going to include a link to this deck within the Q&A doc as well. So if anyone wants to go back and look through the initial slides, you're welcome to do that. There again is that link. So if anyone wants to right now, by all means, just head to edtech.team/GOOREQ. And you can express your interest right there. All right. And with that, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Again, my name is Jake Shay, Program Manager for Google for Education. We had Kate Petty, the Director of Certification Programs for EdTechTeam. Hope everyone has a great rest of their Friday, nice upcoming weekend, and we look forward to hearing from you and working with you on these successful PD programs. Anything from you, Kate?
Nope. I hope everybody has a wonderful day, and I hope to hear and talk with you soon.
All right, awesome. Thanks so much, everyone.